All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners who may have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. What I want to get into today, is dealing with prophecy. As the scriptures, they push heavy, about teaching our people prophecy, understanding, what's to come, because within prophecy is the destruction, okay, of an empire and the establishing of an empire, okay, and the destruction, all right, is the destruction of these Edomites, okay, as we've learned, who are the biblical Edomites, okay, now, we get to deal with the prophecies concerning these Edomites, which is for them to be destroyed, okay, in the Bible, when you go into it, prophecy explains how, okay, understanding the narrative of Esau and Jacob, okay, and Jacob is the nation, okay, the rulership that's going to be established, all right, and the Bible is a book of rulerships, okay, and prophecy, it plays a major part, okay, in rulerships of the earth, man, okay, Daniel the 7th chapter, okay, goes into the setting up and bringing down of empires, okay, so understanding prophecy, it's a book, all right, that's directly linked, okay, to the rulership of the earth, man, you know. So as we understand these things and we seeing it playing out, we understand that we, the nation in captivity, look for, all right, a righteous rulership. And prophecy gives us tokens and signs, all right, that the Lord is making good on his word. Okay? So prophecy is a major part, of this ministry. And that's why, you hear the apostle, the apostle Tahar, he always emphasized on prophesying, man. Okay, so a major, player in prophecy, all right, is Russia. When as we speak about this Third World War, Russia plays a major part. Okay, they're pretty much the chief nation. Okay, amongst these other nations that's going to come against, this Western conglomerate, this beast system. America, NATO, EU. Okay, and then you have, these small hats, they play their part, the least of the flock, drawing them out. Well, Russia, is mentioned, in quite a few prophecies, okay, at the downfall of this empire, man. Okay, so we have to understand these things. So you go to Isaiah 13 and 17, it says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, all right, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." So what we're seeing is the Medes, okay, being stirred up against Babylon, okay, and ultimately against the West, okay. You go into this word stir in the Hebrew, all right, it's like ayar, okay. It says to rouse oneself, to awaken, to incite, okay. And what we've seen is Russia has been roused up, and we're going to show it. I got a video I want to play. We're going to show Russia is roused up for war, okay, because it has a role to play in prophecy, man. Okay, so what we're seeing is the Lord, making good on his word, because we're seeing Russia, being roused up, okay, and we're just going to prove it, all right, because it's going to lead to the complete destruction of Babylon, which we're going to come back, to this prophecy, man, and what it's leading to, okay. So let's go here. Let's play this. All right, because what we're seeing play out with Russia and Ukraine, this is the beginning, okay, of Russia, being stirred up, okay, to take down Babylon, to play his part in taking down Babylon, man. Okay?
Inflict so much harm on them that their military becomes demoralized, the people become demoralized, and they overthrow Vladimir Putin because we were sanctioning them at the same time, trying to collapse their economy. So we were looking for Russia to collapse from within, not by the Ukrainians to beat them.
And, it shows that everything that these devils are doing, okay, to stay in power, is just causing prophecy to come to pass. It's just causing prophecy to be fulfilled. So these devils will do something with a particular agenda, okay? And all it does is cause this prophecy to be fulfilled, showing you that the Lord is in full control, okay? Yahweh Bashim Al Shah is in complete control of everything we see happening, man.
Well, we misconstrued everything. We got it all wrong. Russian economy didn't collapse. The Russian army stood firm once they realized they'd been betrayed by the Ukrainians. They mobilized their defense industry. I just ran through some numbers today earlier in a conference they had. I'll just quick throw them out to your people so you understand what's going on here. Russia, when they started this conflict in 2022, had 900,000 men in their military. Russia today has 2.1 million men in their military. So for all the people that said Russia
started off with 900,000 men at the beginning of this conflict with Ukraine, but now they have 2.1 million, and it's all singing, all right, and it's all linked in prophecy, man. Okay, as we've been going into these things, all right, on the daily, man. Revelation 20 and 7. Okay, and this is prophecy speaking. Okay. Revelation 27 says, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is the same as the sea. So from the Renaissance period, all right, until now, like this, because you go into the title of these precepts, it says Satan freed, which is speaking of Esau, Edom, all right, the children of Satan in the earth, man. Okay, the adversarial righteousness in the earth. Okay, it says Satan freed and doomed, so it speaks about him being loose. Okay, from his prison of not being able to have influence and rulership in the earth. Okay, to where he was able to establish himself, and dominate the earth again. Okay, to fulfill that blessing given to him by Isaac, having the fatness of the earth and living by the sword. Well, he fulfilled that in this age, this little season. Did he fulfill this? Okay, and what did he do? He went out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, which this rulership is based on deception. That's why this truth is a threat, because this is an empire of lies, man. Okay, it functions off deception and lies. That's why this truth is a major threat. Okay, but this will lead everything that this devil has done since he has gotten back into power. It was always leading up to this showdown with God. All right, with Magog, which is Russia. Okay, and Russia and those other nations. All right, which is going to be the Third World War. The direct conflict between America and Russia is going to be the Third World War. Okay, and what we seeing with these small hats in Iran is leading to direct, all right, conflict, direct war with America and Russia. Okay, pretty much the East versus the West. All right, and it's going to lead to the complete destruction of America, the destruction of this whole beast system, and Yahweh Shai coming in and running through all these heathens, man. This is what it's building up to. Okay, but it said, Magog, to gather them to battle, the number of whom is the sand of the sea. So we're seeing, all right, Russia's military grow. It's doubling. And the way it's going is on the way to tripling to fulfill prophecy, man. Okay, because once they get through with Ukraine, they're gonna keep coming forth. Okay, they're gonna march their way, all right, into the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Okay, they're gonna run through Europe. Okay, and guess what? They gonna be in the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Where the Lord is gonna judge all these heathen militaries, man. Okay, so we're seeing prophecy play out real time, man. All right, so let's talk some more because he's gonna expound on this some more. He's gonna throw out some more numbers.
Men in their military. So for all the people that said Russia's weaker, at a conference they had, I'll just quick throw them out to your people so you understand what's going on here. Russia, when they started this conflict in 2022, had 900,000 men in their military. Russia today has 2.1 million men in their military. So for all the people that said Russia's weaker, Russia's this, Russia's that, but Russia's 2.1 million. Now, 600,000 though are unique only to the special military operation, reservists, etc. But fully 1.5 million is a new expanded army because of the way the West has behaved. Russia today is producing about 150 tanks. That number might be up closer to 200, and it's capable of going to 300 tanks a month. 300 tanks a month. The United States can produce 33 tanks a month. Wait a minute. The United States is the greatest military power in the world. And we don't even produce 33 tanks. We refurbish 33 tanks. The Germans can do 150 tanks a year. The French can do about 50 tanks a year. The British can do about 50 tanks a year. Basically, in 2 months, Russia outproduces all of NATO in tanks. Artillery shells. We can produce around 3 million a year. The Russians can produce around 24 million a year. Yes, they outproduce us all along the line. The United States Army, 425,000 strong. In 2022, we were saying that in order to keep this strength of 425, we needed to recruit 60,000 people. They could only recruit 45,000. So in 2023, they upped it to 65,000. They only recruited 50,000. Because they didn't have the manpower, they had to shrink the army by 24,000. So the U.S. Army shrank by 24,000, while the Russian army grew by 600, 2.19, 1.2 million. So anybody who thinks the Russians are weak and all this stuff, no. Russia has turned this thing around. Russia is in the driver's seat. Ukraine today has run out of manpower.
So you hear that? Okay. And see, they push this propaganda, on the news, especially in Western media. All right. And Western media, war news is trash. All right. 98% of it is complete opposite of what's actually happening. Okay. But remember, they need to push propaganda to keep people signing up, to make it seem like it's okay. So they did Western media is also a recruiting tool, for the U.S. military. But just the people that the West is producing, all right, they're not producing warriors. They're not producing, okay, men, that stand for something, man. Okay, the matriarch West is not producing military men. Okay, they're producing the men that that want to play in the WNBA, man. Okay, we can go on and on about that, but just sticking to the prophecy, man. Okay, Russia is growing militarily. Okay, Russia is outproducing, okay, the West by itself. We haven't even included what China is doing, what North Korea is doing, what India is doing, what Pakistan is doing. All right, when you go to the Shanghai coalition, okay, all these nations that Russia is supplying with weapons, okay, Iran, we're not even mentioning what they doing, okay. It's gonna be bad for these Western nations, man. That's why even these EU nations gonna turn on America, man. It's gonna be bad for America and these small hats. They about to get it the worst in this war, man. Okay, according to prophecy. All right, so Russia is producing, okay, all this military hardware. Why? To fulfill prophecy, man. Okay, like I say we're not pro Russian, we're not pro Iran or pro this or that. No, man, we're pro prophecy. This is happening because of prophecy, man. Okay, Ezekiel 38:4 says, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth." Okay, so it's the Lord bringing Russia forth. Okay, it's the Lord that's gonna make Russia advance. Okay, and have a mindset of war. You see, and it says, "And I will bring thee forth in all thy army, horses and horsemen." And see these horses, all right, of these modern armies are like these tanks. Okay, these fighter jets, and Russia is becoming a military production powerhouse, man. But it's the Lord that's doing this. The Lord that's the driving force behind this, man. Okay, and it says, "And I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even great company." All right, a great company, man. Russia's military is growing 40,000 a month. Okay, 40,000 a month. You see, Ukraine it's reported that they're losing 1,000 men a day. Okay, I'm not a calculus specialist, but I do a little adding and subtracting. That's not adding up. The math ain't mathing, man. All right. And it says, so even a great company, so that's not only the Russian military, but the militaries of all the alliances of Russia, man. Okay, as it's going to get into, it says, a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, man, which is military hardware, man. Missiles, okay? Persia, Ethiopia, which is Iran, and Libya, which is these northern African countries, which Russia has their footprint in certain of these northern African countries as well, man. Okay? It says with them, all of them with shield and helmet, okay? All of them gonna be strapped down too. Okay, so Russia is not only producing weaponry for its military, but it's also producing weaponry for a lot of these nations in their region, man. Okay, India, like I say, North Korea, all right, China, Iran, Turkey, all right, as you go into Gomar and all his bands, which is Turkey, the house of Togomar, the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. And this is what we're seeing happening, man. Okay? Russia is being a guard unto these nations, man. All right? Hey, through weapon sales. Okay? Through strategically, advancing, okay, across what you would say Western Asia, man. All right, which is all prophesied to happen. You see? So what we're seeing is prophecy play out to the T. Okay? I wonder he might say something else. I'm gonna play for a minute. And then we go back to the Isaiah 13 and close out, man. You know?
Money we gave them, it's useless. Even Jake Sullivan said, we can give them all the weapons in the world, but if they don't have men to use them, it's no good. The Ukrainians have no men left. They did an emergency mobilization order. There's nobody. Everybody's running away. Nobody wants to fight. So while Ukraine, everybody's running away from the fight, Russia is getting 40,000 volunteers a month. Now let's talk about these volunteers. These aren't just young, stupid.
Look at her. She like, God damn. All right, finish. Okay? And them Russians in a whole different spirit, man. Okay? Them Russians in a whole different spirit, man. All right? It's true masculinity in Russia, man. Okay? These Western dweebs, the men of the West have become soft as hell, okay, effeminate as hell, okay. It's a whole different level of masculinity, all right, in these Eastern nations, man. Okay, so you just heard them 40,000 a month, man. Okay.
Because in America, after we do the USA thing, the vast majority of people that join are frat boys out of college and kids that don't have a job, but they're sitting around and they're feeling a little rough and tough, and they join the military. The guys that join the Russian military are men in their 30s and men in their 40s. They all are well employed. They have families. So why would you leave a good paying job in a factory, a family, a house, a mortgage, kids, when you don't have to? Remember, they're volunteers. They're not being drafted. You want to know why? Because they are patriotic. Because all of Russia has woken up to the fact that the West is at war against Russia in Ukraine.
He said, all Russia has woken up. I will stir up the Medes. I will rouse up the Medes. I will incite the Medes. You see? It's a prophecy, baby. Okay? And like he said, the people in America are joining the military to get a Camaro or a Challenger, man. Okay? You see what? Those, you got Eve, their military base in Jordan or Jordan, Syria, close to their border. Those 3 Americans that was killed, who it was? It was Jake and 2 Eves, man. 2 little young Eves, man. Okay? Come on, man. That boy, it's gonna be bad, man. It's gonna be bad. Okay? The Lord got this thing set up perfectly, man, for prophecy to fulfill. All right, to be fulfilled. Okay? So yeah, man, let's sit on that. I gotta finish watching this. I only watched about 30 minutes this morning, while I was moving around. But yeah, I gotta watch the rest of it. But yeah, man, it seems like it's gonna be let me copy the link. If I hopefully I remember put it in the description box. But yeah, let's get this and end it out, man. This is the book of Isaiah, okay, 13. Isaiah 13 and 17 again. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows, all right, their arrows, also shall dash the young men to pieces. All right, yeah, these missiles are gonna run through. Okay, run through the West, man. Okay, and ultimately, the number one target for all the militaries of the earth is Babylon, man. It said their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall not have pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. Yeah, these missiles don't have emotions or sympathy. Okay, and Babylon, the glory, okay, of kingdoms. Okay, because America has been what, the pretty much the standard of the earth. America was looked at, as a world leader. Okay, the elites, pretty much, they glamorized America. The elites decked America out, man. This has been their spiritual headquarters of wickedness, man. The mother of harlots. All right, so this is like the excellency of their kingdom of the world. The Edomite world kingdom, America, had just been the military powerhouse and the spiritual, haven of wickedness, man. Okay, it says in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, which he did through fire. So this is what's being built up. This is what we see happening, man. Okay, so yeah, that's the point. Just want to bring that out. Lord will. You brothers. All right, and you sisters edified, man. All right, we're seeing prophecy continue to play out, and it's all leading, okay, to the complete destruction of America, the overthrow of this beast system, and the ushering in of Yahweh Shai, okay, and a righteous kingdom in the earth, man. So Lord will you edify till next time I say shalom.